Welcome into another loadout building video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a $250 purple loadout. Ignore the fact I've spawned in with a green knife. Now, for this one, I actually have equipped the default knife and gloves because I hear your guys' feedback when I'm showing loadouts that don't include knife and gloves. You want to see it with the default gloves to get a real idea of how it's going to look. So we'll do that today moving forward. Alright guys, it's future me jumping in to say we actually have a giveaway for today's video that has just come in because Flame won the USP Jawbreaker we were giving away, and in return, his suggestion was that I pick a number between 1 and 3 and he gives me a skin to give away to you guys. The number I picked was a USP Black Lotus in factory new with the 4 cobble holes on it, which is super cool. So thank you to Flame for providing this. It's always really nice when community members want to give back to the community. It's super cool. To enter this, all you have to do is hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below of your favorite skin from today's video. And thank you again to Flame, and I'm gonna go. Gonna get straight into it. The Glock choice here is going to be a minimal wear Moonrise. There are some options like the Vogue you could jump to, but I think really the Moonrise is that good. When you can spend $50 and get a skin that good, you gotta keep running with it. Then on the USP side of things, you get a really nice option with the purple DD pad. Now I've gone for souvenir factory new, which is $7, and it's a bit cheaper than buying it non-souvenir. Obviously that means you can get some flashy gold stickers with it, or you could scrape them. It's kind of up to you, but this is a really nice USP option. If however you're a PT1000 enjoyer, don't use the USP. I think for 60 cents picking up this acid etch is a really nice move. I'm just going to include this in the overall total price because overall it's quite cheap to get. Obviously these have patterns with the 40th clover on them, so maybe hunt to try and get one of those. Normally not too much overpay. Now, I must say, I feel like this is another loadout where the $250 is honestly a really good sweet spot. I'm looking at it now, and we'll sort of review at the end, but I don't feel like you're having any sort of limitations here for the purple loadout, and this is the Ocean Drive Desert Eagle, minimum wear, lots of purple, some orange and blue through it, but overall, mostly purple, really nice skin. Now, my AK choice has to be the Neon Rider, just $64 roughly for this in minimal wear. It's a bit of a no-brainer choice. It looks insanely good. Obviously, it's got some pink and blue as well, but it is mostly purple, and I just think this is a really nice skin. Like, put some outsider holes in this, and it's just perfect. And then, the CT rifle, we're going to have a Black Lotus, which is $14 in minimal wear. Now, normally I suggest field tester for this. I think it's the sweet spot, but it gets a more, like, pinky hue as you go further the battle scars. I thought minimal wear was a nice sweet spot to keep this purple looking really strong and clean. Now, this is unusual because normally I wouldn't pay more for the M4A4, but with the price changes and the skin option, I think it's definitely worth considering. This is $21 for a factory new Dragon King. I think this skin is massively underrated. It's an incredible skin. Plus, we've got Shanghai Major coming around the corner in China. It's Year of the Dragon in China. Maybe we see some Chinese themed stickers. Maybe we see some like dragon-inspired stickers for the Major. Who knows? Could pair really nicely. And then the opposite choice is going to be the Sun in Leo. This is $20 for minimum wear. It is now definitely purple. Like a year ago, we would have had a conversation over purple and blue in CSGO, but it's now definitely a purple skin. I would say it's probably worth putting a purple sticker or two on the scope, but overall, this is quite a nice design. Now, before I dive through all the bonus skins and get into some potential knife and glove combos, I want to say a big thank you to the YouTube members supporting the channel. That is AJ, Tom, Twin Daddy, Itachi, Screaming Silence, and Bopper. All the support is greatly appreciated. You get some benefits with being a member. It's the best way to directly support me. If you want to find out more information, check the join button down below. Now, as always, there's no good MP9 option because it costs over $1,000 for it, so it's going to be a GU in minimal wear for 63 cents. I do quite like the Mac 10 option though, because for 11 cents you can get this light box from the kilowatt case, which in minimal wear I think is just pretty cool. Now, over on the P250, I'm going to suggest you go for a well-worn Vino Primo. This is 70 cents. Now, if it's a factory new, it's a bit more pinky than it is purple, so that's why we go for a higher float. Now, over on the Tech 9 side of things, I am going to go for the Decimator. It is $8.50 for a Tech 9, which might seem a lot to spend for this weapon, but I think with the economy changes, force buys and stuff, you probably should be using this a bit more. The alternative would be going for a max purple pattern Sandstorm. The famous option fits in well, but it is a little bit creepy. It is going to be the Rapid Eye Movement, which is about $2.25 in minimal wear. Now, I am going to spend pretty big on the Gale because I didn't want to go for the Chromatic Aberration because that is a lot of like bright pink and a bit of purple. I wanted to go for the Phoenix Blacklight. This is $40 in field test. Again, this is a pattern-based skin, so you can get it with the Raven in different areas. I think actually in field test with the black wear, it actually doesn't look too bad, especially because you get the default black glove. So it is $40 for it, but it is a very nice skin. You can get good patterns on it, and I think it's worth it in this $250 budget. Now, my 5.7 of choice is going to be the hybrid again. This is just over $1 in minimal wear. I really like the new gun model. I know the Violent Daimyo does exist, but I do think this is better. Now, I did recently use the Nova Moon Libra, and I'm now going to go for the Julie's Moon Libra. It is $4.50, which might be a little much to spend, but the Julies are actually fairly overpowered when it comes to, like, pistol rounds, so it's probably worth having some. Now, another skin that coming into it, I didn't think I was going to spend much on, was the SG, which here is Ultraviolet, $22 for this minimal wear. It actually is an insanely nice purple skin. Obviously, it's kind of up to whether or not you use the SG much. This is where you might create an extra $20 to spend elsewhere, or maybe you don't need this SG, you get a default cheap one, and you just use $20 on stickers. And then the Auger choice for me is going to be the Navy Murano, which is about $2 in minimal wear. This is similar to what the Son of Leo used to have, this sort of purpley blue color, but overall for $2, you know, I think it's a pretty solid addition. Now, for the XM, I'm going to pick the Ziggy, which is like $1 in minimal wear. The good thing about the Ziggy is it is pattern-based, so depending on the theme of loadout, whether it's green or purple, you can get a pattern that matches that. So this is another one that I would suggest just keep an eye out and preview, either just on the site preview where you're buying it, or on like the inspect server. Just check it out beforehand, see if you can get a max purple or like a lot of purple. Now, my MP7 of choice is going to be the Just Smile, because I think there was a Skulls, but it's like $20, not worth paying that for. This is just over $1 for minimal wear. It is blue with yellow and purple. Not a perfect fit. Probably the only real skin along with the MP9 that we're sort of struggling for an option. And then the last weapon skin is going to be the Turbo Peak Scout, which is about $7, which means the total weapon skin cost here is $258.92. So we're basically $9 over that $250 mark, but that's definitely within that like 5 to 10% buffer that we normally set, so I have no issues there. Now, it's dawned on me that I planned a alternative M4A4, and I didn't mention it at the time, so if you don't want to go for the Dragon King, the alternative is going to be the Dazzler Space, which is just under that $8 mark in minimal wear. I'm actually giving away a minimal wear version of this at the moment. If you check the right video and enter it, just go have a look. But overall, like I say, outside of the MP9 and the MP7, we actually have like almost end game skins throughout the board here, which is really nice. And that means you've hit your $250 like loadout. Now, what do you do when it comes to combos? Now, unfortunately, purple gloves are very expensive, so the budget option is actually going to have to use black gloves. The cheapest black gloves are the unhinged, or the black and silver. I've paired it with an ultraviolet then. It gets the purple handle and then the black blade. I've gone for a huntsman just because you get a decent amount of purple on the handle. You also get that tiny little purple accent just at the bottom of the blade as well. So the gloves are $75 for the field test, and the knife is $160 for the min wear, making this total about $235, meaning this combo on skins is coming in at under the $500 mark. And then if you wanted to step it up, my suggestion would be you move to driver gloves, Imperial Blade. You keep them in field test, it's going to be $290, and then you go for a Phase 4 Doppler of any sort. I'm going to suggest a Bowie here because it's under $500 for this, and it's pretty much like a fake Sapphire. You can see how nicely they sort of pair here. Now, this combo is $770, so when you add the skins in, you are looking over $1,000 in total. But the weapon skins overall, I think you have some really nice options here, and then obviously you've got nice combos to go to in the future as you get more budget, which is pretty sweet. So again, $250 has been a really nice sweet spot, which we love to see. And I'm going to end it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you're continuing to enjoy these loadout series that we do. Hit that like button if you are, hit the subscribe button if you're around here, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.